license. Thomas McKay of Backstage Concessions, Inc. Cyrus W. Auditorium is the venue site at the Lowell High School at 15 Father Morrisett Boulevard. This is for the Distinguished Alumni Awards Dinner, which is scheduled for Thursday, November 3rd, 2011, from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Commissioners, there is a letter of communication, a copy of which is on file from the Superintendent of Schools to the headmaster of the Lowell High School, which is dated September 22nd, in that the school committee had taken a vote on September 21st, 2011, to approve of a request to obtain a one-day liquor license for the dinner that's scheduled for this next Thursday, the November 3rd.
All right, somebody here? If you could just introduce yourself for the record.
I'm Kira Walls.
Okay, and
I'm the food and beverage manager over at Backstage Concessions.
all right, and have you already had the speech? I know that Chairman Bayless isn't here, but Commissioner Occasion would be more than happy to paraphrase it if you haven't had it.
I haven't had it.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve.
You don't want to give the speech?
No, she said she had it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, I hadn't had it.
Oh, hadn't had it?
Yeah,
Hadn't had it.
sorry.
But actually, the license is in the Backstage Concession, the Inc.'s name, isn't it?
Oh, okay.
Just be aware that if you're running this, that have the Lowell Police on speed dial. I'm sure there'll be a police officer there already, but
Yeah.
don't have 911 because that goes to Framingham. You want to be able to call the Lowell Police directly in case someone
Absolutely.
is overserved or is giving you a hard time. And it's
Absolutely.
you have the authority to pull the license at any time. Okay. I'll make a motion to approve.
Seconded.
All right.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor, say yes.
Yes.
Yes. Good luck.
Thank you.
The commission will take up the matter to do with the public special event permit for amplification of sound. Hannah Hammond Hagman of the Cultural Organization of Lowell, known as COOL, is a sound system for recorded music at the Monster Bash and Halloween Stroll for Thursday, October 27th, from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the St. Anne's Courtyard at the corner of Kirk and Merrimack Streets.
Please introduce yourself.
Chris Samaras, here on behalf of Hannah Hagman for Cool.
Okay. And have you had the speech about sound?
Yes.
Okay. Just have to ask.
It's a common sense license. So I'll make a motion to approve.
Seconded. All in favor, say yes.
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 Perfect. Thank you.
Commission will now take up applications to do with public amusement licenses. Applicant is Thomas McKay, Mill City Management, Inc., for events at the Lowell Memorial Auditorium, 50 East Merrimack Street, starting with the show David Sedaris for Friday, October 21st. It's Mills Entertainment is the promoter. And then there is the show for Bellinnock Circus on Saturday, October 29th. There are 2 shows scheduled starting at 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. Also Mills Entertainment promoter. There is the Willie Nelson concert for Tuesday, November 1st from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. That is presented by Mill City Management Presents. The show known as In the Heights for Thursday, November 3rd from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Also Mill City Management Presents promoter. Concert third day for Friday, November 4th from 6:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. That's a new sound concert promoter. The concert for Mannheim Steamroller for Friday, December 2nd from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Mill City Management Presents is promoter. Concert for Gary Hoey of Saturday, December 3rd from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. It's Mill City Management Presents a promoter. And last is the show for Rock of Ages for Wednesday, December 7th, from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. This Mill City Management Presents promoter.
Do we have anybody here from Mill City? Okay. Since you've already had the speech, I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say yes.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
Golden and Curtis. Back to the original.
Didn't they about a year ago, they relocated to one side, right?
Yeah, they did it
Yeah.
from one side to the other, now they're going back.
Commission will now open a public hearing on the application that's been filed on behalf of the Liquor Shop, Inc., the all-alcoholic beverage packaged goods store licensee, for a change of its location and alteration of premises, presently listed as number 1193-1235 Bridge Street, to number 1201 Bridge Street, which would be an unnumbered door on the east side of the building, and the first floor retail store for sales and storage, approximately 5,000 square feet. This is a public hearing in which public may address the board on whether they favor or against this type of application.
Okay. Could you introduce yourself, please?
Attorney Greg Curtis, representing the Liquor Shop, Inc., and with me is George Miamis, the owner, director, and president and treasurer of the Liquor Shop.
Okay. And just for the record, have we got notice back that all the abutters were served?
I'm sorry.
Do we have notice that covers all
Yes,
the abutters?
Attorney Curtis had filed an affidavit stating notification to the property owners touching, and there was no church, school, or hospital within 500 feet. I believe there were approximately close to 40 abutters, and a number of return receipts, the affidavit, and I believe everything was sent in a timely manner.
Okay.
Post office made some money on this, huh?
Yeah. Well, we were before you a year ago when we had to relocate temporarily, and now that the plaza hopefully is pretty much complete, we're moving into the permanent location, which is just to the other side as you're looking at the market basket. So it's still the same address, 1201 Bridge Street. The floor plan is actually a little bit smaller than the original store, maybe a little bit bigger than what we're in temporarily, 5,000 square feet. And hopefully it's going to be a good location. It's been a tough 2 years with the construction that's been going on there, but we've been there 20 years, and I think it's going to be a good change.
All right. Where it's a public hearing, let me just open it up. Is there anyone here to speak in opposition? In opposition? In opposition? All right. Seeing no one, that portion of the meeting is closed. Is there anyone here to speak in favor? In favor? In favor? Seeing no one, that portion of the hearing is closed.
I have no issue with it. I think that the plaza looks great now that the construction is almost done, so I wish you good luck in the business, and I'll make a motion to approve.
All right, I'll second. All in favor, say yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank
All
you
right,
very much.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Commission will now open a hearing on the matter to do with the public hearing on the matter to do with application filed by Vanek Khan, doing business as the Khmer Sports Club, for an all-alcoholic beverage restaurant license for premises at 74 Middlesex Street. It would be an unnumbered door on the south side of the building, a first floor for one room for lounge with bar. There would be storage available on the first and second floors and basement. Vanek Khan has also applied for the following minor license applications: for common vitler, entertainment and licensed restaurant, for live music, disc jockey, and jukebox, and for automatic amusement device.
Please introduce yourself for the record.
Attorney Steve Panagiotakis, representing Vanek Khan.
Hi.
Speak up.
And can you tell us a little bit about the business? What are you looking to do?
This is a new license on 74 Middlesex Street, right across from the early parking garage. Currently, there's a Khmer Sports Federation in there, which trains people in the art of Cambodian kickboxing. That will be moving out totally, and the first floor will be occupied by Mr. Khan, doing business as Khmer Sports Club, as a sole proprietorship, which he's 100% ownership. The basement and the second floor will be used for storage. There is a small food storage area next to the music box on the first floor. If you look on the floor plan, he's looking to operate this as an ongoing business entity that will serve alcoholic beverages, also cold foods. Nothing will be cooked on site. It will be prepared on site, but not cooked on site. So that's why there is no no kitchen area. Mr. Khan also went to get certified by the TIPS course, which he has done. This is his first time in the United States as being involved in a alcohol or liquor license. When he was in Cambodia, however, he did run a restaurant that had alcohol and liquor.
What are the proposed hours?
Proposed hours.
It's probably from 12 o'clock p.m. to probably 12 a.m. or yeah, around there.
And it would be Sunday through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
All right. And you said you took the TIPS course?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. You know, Middlesex Street is a pretty main, I mean, it's a main street in the city. I drove by it today, and, you know, what do you think the plans for your patrons for parking would be? On the street or in the garage, or?
It's going to be both garage and what about the availability on the road?
Okay. I mean, one thing that you just have to be careful with your patrons is if they are parking in garage, crossing Middlesex Street. I don't think there's a sidewalk, I mean, a crosswalk right there, but, you know, that's just something to keep in mind when people are exiting, just to remind them about, you know, Middlesex Street. But, do you want to open up for a public hearing?
Okay, yeah, since this is a public hearing, I'm going to open it up. If you could step back. Is there anyone to speak in opposition to this license? All right, seeing no one, that portion of the hearing is closed. Is there anyone to speak in favor? Please come on up and introduce yourself, ma'am.
Commissioners, Karen Bell. I am the owner of the property right next to Mr. Khan's proposed site. Mr. Khan has been there for about a year, maybe a little more, running a martial arts business. He has proved to be a very good neighbor, has taken steps within the neighborhood to make himself a positive figure. Any kinds of problems that we have between our businesses that might arise, I walk over and we speak, and he is very receptive to anything and certainly encourages his people who are in his building to also act responsibly outside of the building, which I think is very important in putting any business in. So I am here to speak in favor. I'm sure that Mr. Khan will continue to operate any business in the same way as he has been doing so. And just a little note, please don't discourage businesses from coming into the area because of the parking. The problem with the parking is the registry of motor vehicles.
Okay.
That's it.
Is there anyone else?
What are your hours at the club? Some free advertising.
Personally interested, 5 in the morning until 10 o'clock at night.
Okay.
Yeah, and you know, noise or anything would not bother us in any way, shape, or form. If anything, we might be the bad neighbor.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
Okay. Is there anyone else to speak in favor? In favor? In favor? Seeing no one else, that portion of the meeting is closed.
I mean, I think it's great that you're taking a chance on opening another business in the city. You know, you took the proper steps by getting the TIPS certification. Ms. Bell said that you've been a great neighbor in the business that's been there now. So I think that's, you know, she's been there a long time. So if she's giving you that praise, that's good thing for us to hear.
Thank you.
Do you plan on having like a bouncer at the front door, or is it, you know, what is the style of the club gonna be?
We're gonna have our own personal security, the bouncer there, and pretty much is, you know, it's kind of social life for the Cambodian people to come and,
Hang out.
right.
Okay, because if you do have a line and you put it towards the club, you know, there could be some interference between your line and people going in and out of there. So you may have to work on that as to what's best for both
Right.
establishments. But, I mean, everything looks to be in order, and your presentation was excellent, so I would be in favor of granting the license.
Yeah, I mean, I'm impressed. Very rarely do we actually have somebody who's a next-door neighbor come in and say, yes, no, I want this club opened up right next to me. So, with that, I'll make a motion.
And just just make sure that, you know, the alcohol beverages are 21
Yes, sir.
and over. And if, you know, you get a reputation of letting underage people in, they're gonna be there, and they're gonna get you in trouble. So just make sure you're very strict on that.
Everything's gonna be by the book.
Great.
There's no favor.
It's good to hear.
Great.
I'll make a motion to approve.
And I'll second. Motion made and seconded. All in favor, say yes.
Yes,
Yes.
good luck.
Thank you very much.
Commission now take up the matter to do with an application by Mr. Jalapeno, Inc., Victor M. Hernandez, manager, for the malt beverage and wine-only restaurant licensee for premises at 124 Merrimack Street. The request is for change of corporate manager from Mr. Hernandez to Brendan T. Doucette of Billerica, Mass.
Good afternoon, George Theodoro, appearing on behalf of Mr. Jalapeno, Inc., asking for the approval of the application of change of manager from Victor Hernandez to Brendan Doucette. Mr. Jalapeno, Inc. has been operating at 124 Merrimack Street for the past 3 years. It's a Mexican-style restaurant. It has limited hours, and the sale of beer and wine is accessory to the food. And we ask that you take a favorable action on the application. Mr. Doucette has worked there off and on for the past 3 years and is working there full-time at the present time in various capacities as manager, as cook, as supervisor, as well as ordering food and supplies. He had previously had experience in which he works for a crew that details private jets at Hanscom Air Force Base and Logan Airport, so that required various security clearances as well.
Is Mr. Hernandez still involved in the business?
He's the owner of the business.
He's the owner,
He's the sole owner of the business.
because he's run a pretty good establishment there, and we haven't really had any issues with them. I know that, and I'm sure you're aware if you've worked there, that Brian's Ivy Hall is above you there, and I know that Mr. Hernandez has addressed us.
It's a little down the street towards us.
But don't you? Oh, Cafe Olay. Oh, okay. Olay. But Mr. Hernandez, nonetheless, I've talked to him about the people coming in and out on Merrimack Street. So, you know, you just got to make sure that, you know, you keep your property in good repair.
Absolutely.
And, you know, I'd have no problem with it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, I know it's a tough neighborhood, but it's a good business. We're glad that you guys have been there as long as you've been there, and we haven't had any issues that I can recall. No? Okay. All right, so with that, I'm actually glad to see, you know, that it's gonna be continuing on.
I'll make a motion to approve.
And I'll second. Motion made and seconded. All in favor, say yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Commission will now take up the matter to do with an application filed for CEC Entertainment, Inc., doing business as Chuck E. Cheese, a malt beverage and wine-only restaurant licensee for premises at 209 Plain Street. The parent company from Texas is requesting a local board approval of the corporate officer and director change.
I'm Michael Karras of Saugus, Mass., General Manager of Chuck E. Cheese in Lowell.
Okay, I'll disclose only for the record that it's my understanding that at one point the law firm where I work has represented the Chuck E. Cheese in Lowell, at least in its original citing and application, under the rule of necessity. Since there are only two people present, I'm going to choose to proceed. I've had no personal dealings with Chuck E. Cheese in, I don't know, 6 or 7 years that I've been there, so.
I mean, it's just a change of corporate director, so I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Thank you.
All in favor, say yes?
Yes,
Yes.
Have a good day, guys.
thanks. Yep. Yes.
Anything else?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second. All in favor, say yes?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
3:23. That doesn't get much better than that. Wally would answer 4. Easily.
No,